Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Mic Check Podcast. This is T-Word, the People's Champ. You're now entering the booth. Thank you for joining. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We do appreciate your feedback. Thank you for helping this channel grow. Don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend. Now, without further delay, let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about a little bit of boxing. And there's an upcoming fight this weekend. It's going to be Rey Vargas facing off against O'Shaquie Foster for the vacant WBC 130-pound title, which was vacated by, stripped from Shakur Stevenson sometime last year. So this belt is up for grabs. Rey Vargas is moving up. O'Shaquie Foster has been a force at 130. So let's get into the details, right? So this video is going to cover a little bit of analysis, and then I'm going to also give a prediction. And I don't have the betting lines on this one, but if I'm not mistaken, Vargas is the favorite. Now, that being said, Vargas is moving up in weight. He's been a champion at 126 pounds, a belt he won from Mark Magsayo in pretty tremendous fashion. They had a really good bang for bang fight. They went toe to toe. I expect him to come in a little bit more tentative against Foster, who's already the bigger fighter. But I don't expect Vargas to back down. I think he's going to come in and try to box a little bit. And once he takes the power of Foster, he might decide he wants to go toe to toe and try to figure out if he can win a slugfest and then use some strategy later on just to use his feet and get away from him. Now, he's not known for being very good laterally, but I think that he's pretty good in the pocket, and I do like his punch selection. Now, on the other hand, you have Foster, who, in my opinion, is a fairly big puncher. While he's not undefeated, he's been very competitive in all his fights, even his losses. And I do expect that he's going to come in looking to press the action because he is the bigger man. He's going to look to impose his will, use his physical stature to his advantage, and go in there and try to make Vargas a one-dimensional fighter. If he could get him to stand in front of him and go toe-to-toe, I believe that actually favors Foster. And I could even predict him maybe getting a good knockdown because we did see that Magsayo was able to put Vargas down in their fight. That said, I would think that this fight is going to go the distance. I don't predict a knockout. I do predict that both guys are going to bring their best effort, and they're really going to give you a highlight fight on the Showtime card on a nice Saturday night. So if you don't have much going on, this might be a good boxing match to watch. The odds are close enough to where if you're going to do a wager, do something small. Because I feel like it could tip either way. So if you feel like, Foster can win, drop a little coin on him and maybe you'll net some of your money back. Nothing crazy. It's not a gap in talent between these two guys. So in my opinion, I wouldn't take too much risk rooting for either one in a betting sense. You know what I mean? Now, also on this card is going to be Mario Barrios returning to the ring for the first time in over a year. Last time we saw him was against Keith Thurman, where he lost a 12-round unanimous decision, where Keith beat him up pretty bad. He took some lumps, but Mario Barrios is a tough guy. This fight's in San Antonio. He's a San Antonio kid, so he's going to put that pride on his back. I think they put a good shake-back opponent in front of him. Not super familiar with the gentleman, but I do know that he's somebody that's not at the upper echelon where you could say that Barrios is like the A side of this situation. He's the one that the network is behind, so they're going to do what they can to get him back on his feet. I think he was fed to Keith Thurman because they needed to get a good fight under Keith's belt, something winnable, somebody moving up that would give Keith a little bit of a challenge, but yet not just, beat Keith Thurman. So I think Barrio fit the bill. He was already on the network. They probably paid him pretty well, but now it's time for him to get back on track. And if you think about it, his two losses are two notable athletes. We're talking about Keith Thurman, a two-time unified champion. And then, he's in line for another belt already. And then you also have where he was KO'd by Gervonta Davis, more so a stoppage instead of a 10 count. That's the upper echelon of boxing. This dude didn't lose to any slouches. So in my opinion, I think that this is a good opportunity for him to get back on the winning streak. Even with two losses, he can recover and become a force. I don't know that he does a lot of noise at 147. We might see him just venture back down to 140 or just drift between the two for the rest of his career. But I'm really looking forward to seeing him get back in the ring. He's a Texas kid. I really like his energy. I like his focus and his determination and his grit. So I'll be happy to see a nice fight. He's going to be basically like the co-main on Saturday night to Vargas and Foster. So that's going to be my prediction. That's my take on it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to exit the booth. This has been the Mic Check Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until the next time. Peace.